bells in the blue, salt on the timber, night breaking through. There was a compass in a cedar box, buried beneath my father's floor. It never pointed north, not even once. It trembled when I touched the door. The harbor lanterns leaned in gold, like they had heard this tale before. And every rope along the pier sounded like a warning in the war. Moonlight on the iron ring, cold as a promise I should not keep. Wind said, come and take your name from the mouth of the waking deep. Oh, devil's compass, turn for me, past the edge of the blackened sea. If the map is a lie, let the lie run true. I was never meant for the life I knew. Cut the shorelines, let me go. The tavern laughed with broken teeth, rum and thunder in the smoke. An old hand saw the box in mind and crossed himself before he spoke. He said that needle hunts a debt, not silver, not a king's reward. It finds the wound beneath your blood and opens what the sea has stored. Still I heard the harbor fade, still I felt the planks release. Some men pray to stay on land, some men kneel to storms for peace. Oh, devil's compass, turn for me, past the edge of the blackened sea. If the map is a lie, let the lie run true. I was never meant for the life I knew. Burn for me, lead me where the drowned stars be. If there's a crown in the curse below, then cut the shorelines, let me go. When dawn came thin across the mast, I watched my town grow small with shame. The needle spun and found my chest, as if it already knew my name. Oh, devil's compass, turn for me, through the teeth of the sleepless sea. If the map is a lie, let the lie run true. I gave the shore what the shore was due. Oh, devil's compass, burn for me, till the dark gives up its secrecy. If there's a throne in the deep below, then break the horizon, let me go. Fog on the harbor, bells far behind, salt on my lips, and no peace of mind. Above us, no sun in the foam, only the needle saying home. nights west where the trade winds died. We sailed through water thick as glass. The moon looked split on the blade of the tide, and every hour refused to pass. Then out of nowhere, sharp and bare, an island rose like a buried knife, white with bones of ships long gone, still standing somehow, still half alive. No prayer moved in the burning leaves, no fresh spring ran, no shadow sway, but under the sand the meadow sang like 1,000 promises being made. On the isle of broken gold, every dream is bought and sold. Every hand that reaches down comes back wearing a heavier crown. The isle of broken gold, young men age and brave hearts fold. You can fill your chest with fire and shine, but leave your soul in the salt behind. In the salt behind. We found a gate of coral teeth, half in ruin, half in bloom. Coins lay warm beneath the vines like summer trapped inside a tomb. My captain smiled a hungry smile, the kind that makes the deckhand still. And from the cave a low note rolled, not like thunder, more like will. I saw my face in a plate of gold, oh, to somehow hollow-eyed. The needle shook against my coat like it was begging me to hide. On the isle of broken gold, every dream is bought and sold. Every hand that reaches down comes back wearing a heavier crown. The isle of broken gold, young men age and brave hearts fold. You can fill your chest with fire and shine, but leave your soul in the salt behind. In the deepest room, we found no king, no throne, no jewel, no victory. Only a chain around a chest, and our own names in the rusted key. Above us, no sun in the foam, only the needle saying red in the water, red in the sky, no saint on the mast, no star to guide. By the third black dawn, the men stopped singing. By the fourth, they sharpened blade. Coins in the hold kept whispering louder. Each man heard a different name. The captain drank from a silver cup and swore the sea belonged to him. But the deck went cold beneath our boots, and the lantern fire burned thin. Hands on the hilts, eyes on the chest, breath like powder in the rain. Nobody slept, nobody spoke without tasting iron in the vein. Mutiny in the red wake, every oath begins to break. When the gold starts calling through your bones, no man can hear his God from home. Mutiny in the red wake, hear the ribs of the old ship shake. If the curse wants blood tonight, it will find a mouth, it will find a knife. bell that won the mast. Rope snapped in two, at two the captain fired blind at shadows only he could view. Then all at once the deck was flame, steel on steel and teeth on prayer. I saw a friend I've known 10 years drive his blade through empty air. Storm above and storm below, thunder in the cannon scene. The chest broke open in the roll and spilled no gold but smoke and scream. Mutiny in the red wake, every oath begins to break. When the gold starts calling through your bones, no man can hear his God from home. Mutiny in the red wake, hear the ribs of the old ship shake. If the curse wants blood tonight, it will find a mouth, it will find a knife. Then the mark beneath my skin went bright, a ring of silver burning through. The compass turned and faced my heart like it had come for what was due. The dead looked near in every wave, the living looked half gone the same. And in the roar I understood the chest had never wanted fame. Mutiny in the red wake, let the old world split and break. Not for a throne and not for praise, but to end the hand inside these veins. Mutiny in the red wake, I heard the sea itself awake. When I took the chain and named the cost, half a ship was saved and half was lost. Red in the water, red in the sky, no saint on the mast, no starter guide. Morning came slowly, ash into blue. The storm had a graveyard to move through. There were splinters where the helm had been, names I knew in the drifting foam. No song was left inside the ropes, no kind of victory looked like home. I held the chain from the shattered chest, still warm as if it breathed my shame. The compass lay against my palm, quiet for the first time since it came. East was a bruise becoming gold, day on the water thin and strange. Some things break like a wave on stone, some things break and then they change. So remembers what we hide, what we throw to the turning tide. Gold goes down and fire goes dim, but the sea keeps every name we give. So remember, I believe more than the living ever keep. If I must lose what I became, let the dawn unwrite my name. I walked alone to the splintered rail where night had torn the mast away, then cast the chain into the light and watched it drag the dark from day. The water closed without a sound, no thunder rolled, no ghost reply, just one long breath from the waking sea and the weight inside me breaking wide. Far behind, a bell rang once, not as a warning, more like grace. The compass needle found the sun and stilled as if it knew its place. So remembers what we hide, what we throw to the turning tide. Cold goes down and fire goes dim, but the sea keeps every name we give. So remembers curse would end in death, a blade of depth, a final flame. But some chains break by being named, and some men live without their shame. Soul remembers, now I know all the things we bury low. Gold went down and the dark let go, and the tide returned what I was owed. Soul remembers, not to bind but to wash the iron from the mind. No crown below, no ghost to blame, just open sea and my own name. Morning came slowly, ash into blue. No curse in the water, only true.